2, what it do, man? It's straight to third. We back with another reaction. I had to tap into this one. Remind me of Red Dead Redemption. If y'all know what y'all know, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers tapping into the train robberies. It's crazy, man. People still robbing trains nowadays. I don't blame them though. I feel like you could get a lot. You might get a whole you might get a whole train full of copper wire. Shit, you might be rich after that, Slum. Or some steel or some silver. You never know. It might have some gold on there too. Like you just never know what's on these trains. Full of Amazon packages. Man, you gotta be crazy as hell to rob a train though. Cause I don't even know how you would do that in fucking
Thieves. Your
2025.
spanking new office printer might be delayed a few days in transit if it was parked on a FedEx rail car that was parked here Friday morning near Union Avenue. This
Oh yeah, for
was the
sure.
scene early Friday on the tracks near Union, north of
Oh yeah, get
California
dirty.
Avenue.
Get dirty, youngin. Get dirty, man. Get your money, shorty.
How do you feel while doing this?
A lot of
He
adrenaline.
said,
I love it. That's kind of why I do it.
pretty
You know?
wings, y'all. Pretty wings. Hey, Maxwell is a dog.
Was there an event in your life, like a financial
There's
stress
no
or-
way they recorded that. There's no way. What the fuck is going on with this internet? Hold up, Slim. They about to blow me with this one. I don't know what's going on. There's no way my shit is just fucking doing that, y'all. Oh, niggas just trying to fucking get to some money. And they trying to fuck up my money, son.
Would you guys say this is every night?
Yep, I do it almost every night.
What can you stand to make in a week for this?
25K.
He says he do that every
No,
night.
sometimes you guys stop the trains.
Yeah, go grab a car or whatever, anywhere, pull it up on the tracks. You want to put like the hazards or something on so the train will see it from the back. Enhanced graphics. That was kind of fancy. I have to look
Oh yeah,
into
no,
that
that's
one.
how.
The big
That's how.
question is,
That's how.
who
Right there.
pays?
That's $100. That's
In the long
$100
run, most
calculator
likely
right there.
Insurance companies.
To easily
which
sell it on the
means
street for 80,
You and I.
or eBay for 80, brand new. Push eBay.
When I imagine train robberies, I think back to the Wild West days when rugged outlaws like Jesse James and Butch Cassidy would assemble a posse, then ride in on horseback to storm a train, execute their heist, and get away with the loot. And I would have told you that these train robberies were a thing of the past. That was until I got word that the business of train heist is alive and well. And in Bakersfield, California,
Wow, I
where our
didn't even
episode
know.
takes place, these robberies can occur on a nightly basis. Now, I've made a career out of being fascinated by the mind of an outlaw, and today we meet many of them involved in this train business. We witness these guys live in action, see how they evade law enforcement, and we get a first-hand look at how their underground economy works. This is a world where people drive cars onto train tracks to get a train to stop to initiate the heist. To be successful at this, thieves have to avoid the federal agents, local law enforcement, and private detectives that patrol the railways and hunt down organized crime. This, folks, is the modern-day Wild West. Let's dive in. Folks, right here in the video was
Let's
supposed to
tap
be a
in, y'all.
sponsored ad,
Get
but they
this
wanted me to
motherfucking
read from a
knowledge we
script and do
didn't
some
have.
gas commercial, and I just didn't want to do it. All I want to do is make the best
Take
possible
Tommy.
videos for you at home to watch.
Tommy,
Right now,
I
the
don't want to
Patreon
see
army
these
is
ads
about
though,
14
brother. I don't want to see the ads
people.
though,
Let's get it up
cuzzo.
to 2,000. That way, we never have to do
I
stupid.
appreciate the videos. Appreciate these jumps though.
I've never seen this before.
Security.
Celsius is behind a locked glass. You gotta push a button
What is
and have
that?
an employee come. So if you think
Is that alcohol?
only impacts the corporations and the big companies, you're a higher. There's a lot of little factors and ripple effects that comes.
Like the Red Bull.
People are stealing Red Bull. According to the Hammurabi Code,
Whoa.
in severe cases, theft will be punished by either cutting your hand off or by death. So
I'm
it's something
glad
that
we
people
live in
have taken
America,
very seriously
like,
for a long
where-
time, but it
where
seems like
stealing
now
is
more
normal.
than ever in this current
If you
era.
just like
it's
lazy,
the
you
most
don't feel like
lightly
staying in
punished
line, you might steal.
They say robbed the East Bakersfield Walmart last
No,
week.
for
The
real.
robbery happened last Thursday, March 11th, just before 1:30 in the afternoon.
People that are waiting for this thing to stop, get on board and get everything off of it. Someone's gonna crack it open and see what they can get. Maybe it's oranges, maybe it's baby supplies, maybe it's
You
Amazon
just never know what
packages.
it's. You know what I'm
Who
saying? You
knows?
just never know what it
Something important
is.
could be on your way to your house, but instead, someone's gonna get their grubby paws on it and you're gonna have to get your order reshipped.
Begin tonight with the latest on an attempted train
on the tracks, suspected of being taken from the trains by thieves.
Where these guys at though, Snap? They need to set up market so I can come buy that shit.
Some people call it the armpit of California. It's rough out here. I mean,
You
there's
and
lots
me.
of homeless, and if you're a homeless guy with nothing to lose, what is it to you to try and take some things off a train and sell it?
Nothing. It ain't nothing really. Damn, they ripped through all them boxes. You would think you would at least catch something missing.
So clearly, something
you
has
know
gone
they hit
down
all them jumps.
right around here. There's hundreds and hundreds of boxes here, and my first impression of this operation is kind of like a smash and grab. This was going out to Washington to a lady named Debbie, and this is going out to Jean in Washington. So a lot of people on the West Coast were looking for important shit. Who knows if a kid had a birthday coming up, and also how much of this theft is wasted? Like, what can
That's
a
kinda
person really
crazy.
do with a precision egg cooker? How
I mean,
much
you
can
can't
resell
really
for?
be
I
that
would guess
mad.
they're looking for electronics.
You can't really be that mad at the robbers though. And you can't even be that mad at Amazon, but you would just reorder the shit if you want to get technical. All you would do is just reorder that shit, you know what I'm saying? Live to see another day. Won't come the day you wanted it to come, but shit, hey, it'll still arrive. You gotta think these people that's really robbing these trains really ain't got nothing.
Computer,
They ain't got nothing that day
video
to
cameras,
eat.
I don't know.
They might
If I
be
had to choose
robbing
between
just to
doing
get a
this
$5
and running
biggie
into a
bag.
Best Buy, I would choose the Best Buy all day. This to me
What?
seems like just one of the more dirty and messy ways to make some sort of income. No one's
Nah,
turning
the
into
train
Jeff
is way
Bezos
more
off
OC,
of this.
Tommy. You don't never know what you're gonna get on that train.
So
Amazon
earlier
be
we were
selling a
wondering
lot
what
of
percent
shit.
of the thieves
You
are
might get you a
homeless
computer,
versus
$1,000
professionals.
computer.
And this is a camp
You
right
might
next
get
to
a
all the
whole bunch of
action.
stuff.
I mean, just by the disorganized look at the scene, I would guess it's more of a homeless than a professional job.
Well, hey, I don't know nothing about it. It's not my business. This is my business. It's crazy, right? So like, you feel like
But he be selling
boxes
shit.
and shit everywhere.
Yeah.
They don't really do it right here anymore.
People are getting busted for it.
One's looking at deportation. If they caught you on the
Oh
train
shit.
grabbing something, they could bust you. But once you left the train, they couldn't do anything about it.
What? You telling me I just gotta get on and get off, and they can't do shit about it? Oh, that's ridiculous.
Prime time train hours, which is from
That's actually
now about
ridiculous. Give me a
5 o'clock,
fucking,
6 o'clock.
give me one of them
2
trash
a.m.
buckets.
But I guess from the
Yeah,
clues
them
that we've been
rollable
getting,
trash
we're
buckets.
dealing
I'm
with
on
more
it.
of an addict homeless situation
No,
and like
busy.
sketchy characters on the fringes. What percent of people in this game would you say are homeless versus professional?
About 70% are homeless, to be honest with you.
How long have you been doing this for?
I'm probably going on like 3 or 4 years now.
And how many
Man,
missions over
he's
those 3 or 4
ridiculous.
years?
Ooh, quite a bit. Probably too many to count, to be honest. It's we just drive around, you know, that's kind of what we do around here is we just drive around, and then if we see a train stop, we'll call everybody and be like, hey, yo, this is where we're at.
What are some of the things you have to be aware of?
You gotta have a
Like,
group
how do
of
you
people,
plan
so
this
you
out?
know what I'm saying?
Honestly,
So it's
there's
not
not
hot.
really much planning behind it. It's you see it, you go, you know, and jump on it right away, because it's you come on time limit, you know, it's how long is it gonna take for this person to take off, or you know, when are the cops gonna show up?
Is security getting heavier and heavier now that this is becoming more of a common thing?
I would say so, yeah. They've started parking trucks and security guards around where the trains stop and things like that. Back in the day, you know, you wouldn't have none of that. You just be there and open shit up, and you'll be there for a cool like 2-3 hours or something like that, you know.
No, sometimes you gotta
Damn.
stop the train.
So you surfing
Yeah,
through shit for
go grab
3
a car or
hours before
whatever,
you even
you
get caught?
Pull it up on the tracks, you can like Heisinger it on top of the tracks, you know.
What?
Most time you want to put like the hazards or something on so the train will see it farther back.
How much
That
money
shit
can you
way
stand
better
to make
than
on
running
this?
in a store.
I've
Tom,
made
you
about $5
tripping.
grand.
Not knowing when a train might roll through, we gave E-Money a GoPro and told him to record a mission so we could see how it all goes down. Here's what he captured.
Is that illegal? Sometimes Tommy be right at these illegal heists and shit like that, but he don't be involved. But he's kind of enticing that shit because he's saying go hit a illegal heist. He's telling them to go do it. You feel me? Y'all let me know in the comments though, Snubby.
I'm gonna see if I can see anybody with a lot with popping, because I don't have the full colors on me.
He on the phone.
How do you feel while doing this?
A lot of adrenaline, just pumping, you know, it's a crazy feeling. I love it. That's kind of why I do it, you know, it's exciting and just fun to do.
Okay, hop on the train.
We
Yeah, I'm
separated
definitely
from
spending
E-Money and set out on our own to patrol
all
the tracks.
Amazon.
Our goal was to be in position and near the action if a train robbery was going to happen that night. Here's what went down.
At least 2 different crews are doing their inventory right now, seeing what's on the inside, and from what we understand, there's serious consequences for this now in California. California is not as light criminally as they used to be, so we're kind of just waiting to see what they find and seeing what our next step
Hey,
is.
Tommy look like a G in that motherfucking Scully though. I mean, in that skeezy, he definitely look like a thug. My white boy Tommy G.
What are you looking for in the trains? What are you hoping to find on the trains?
Anything worth profit. I mean, I've found $100 worth of cards, you know, like little we call them player cards and stuff like that. 2 or 3 people inside, and we just throw them out. Just start throwing them like this. People on the ground will grab them and just throw them in the truck. After that, we'll go to a different location.
So there's an organized team.
Oh yeah, it could be anywhere from like 3 to you know,
That makes
6
sense. I think
people.
you would need a team because you can't sift through that shit at that location. So if you get a truck full, you know what I'm saying? You could make some shit shake.
What's going on? They're hitting it? By the truck?
Is it the feds? Is the feds coming?
What the is going on? He said they're hitting it over here.
What is Tommy doing in this fat ass truck though?
Do I move?
Oh yeah, they on it. They don't got a couple boxes out their ass.
So we were catching the
Prime
action.
time Amazon Steelers. That's what you call these
Holy
niggas,
shit.
man. Prime time Amazon Steelers.
Holy shit.
No, for
Okay,
real.
so going
yeah,
on
they're
right
going
behind us right
crazy.
now is, that's law enforcement right there. Hey, the cops are right there. Hey, the sheriff's right there. Hey. What the f?
Holy shit.
And the train just
Can we get back in the
starts.
car?
Yeah, go,
Miguel, let's get back in the car.
Oh no, and he's with the.
Dude. Holy shit.
So you might be wondering why we were running back to the car. Keep in mind, we had just seen the sheriff, and what we weren't sure of in that moment was what were the legal ramifications even being near a train robbery. As you can imagine, robbing a train is a big federal crime. Under the U.S.
Yeah.
Code's Title 18,
It gotta be a
Section
felony.
1991, anyone who assaults, robs, or attempts to rob a train can face serious prison time, up to 20 years. It's considered an act of theft on interstate commerce, which of course makes it the business of the feds.
He basically is like, are you guys the cops? We said no. Then he starts opening it up and just going ham. Then a sheriff drives by, and then it just lurches. Okay, so obviously
The whole
there's
train
no
get the
place for
moving.
stealing. I'm not advocating it, but the adrenaline rush of just being by the action, I can see why these guys are addicted just to the
Yeah, shit fun.
thrill of the job. That was insane.
It's
wasn't
also
it?
scary
But
though.
what if
It's
you're
like
not
you
robbing
also
the
don't
train?
want to.
You're like us.
It's
Near
also
it. If you were
stressful.
caught
You know what I'm
trespassing
saying?
within a
It's fun
certain
and cool
distance
and
of
all,
train
but
tracks, you could still be
after
committing
a
a
while,
crime. We
you
filmed this
probably
in
stress
California,
the
and
fuck
doing some
out.
research into this, it looks like California laws make it a misdemeanor to trespass within 20 feet of the tracks. This can land you up to 1 year in county jail. Luckily, we
Okay.
filmed this entire episode within 21 feet or further from the tracks.
So what if, you know, someone's ordering baby formula and baby bottles and it doesn't get there on time? Like, what about the impact of it?
Agreed. The way I look at it is if you're ordering it off of Amazon or online somewhere, like not in too much need of it. You know, you gotta wait to, even if you get to the next day shipping, you're still waiting that time to get it, you know, so.
I guess what stands out to me is the outright lawlessness. I think people in other
Yeah, if you
countries
ordering
watching
shit
this,
online, you
seeing
probably
this
don't need
happens
it
in the United
immediately.
States, I think it
You
would
know what I'm
blow their
saying?
minds.
So it's
To
not.
think that a sheriff
Uh,
would drive by
A
and
robber ain't gonna feel too
blatantly
bad of stealing
packages
somebody's
from a train,
online
which is a federal-
packages.
Let's keep on happy birthdays.
But I be feeling for my
I
online
was trying to
packages.
figure, so I
Oh
have to look into
God,
that one.
that's definitely a honey ball.
Some cream junk,
Some cream.
some wheelchair stuff.
That's probably
Kitchen
get a good
stuff.
sale.
What's that, wrapping paper or something?
No, I ain't getting shit.
It's an
Is that a
interesting
tent?
one. Like a cover or something. Shoes? Ooh, a nice little bag.
Cool little shoes.
Didn't get too many this time, but had to get out of there. The train started moving.
Is that unusual for the train to start moving like that?
No, especially when they're like switching conductors like that.
So how would you rate the haul overall?
This one's one of the lower end ones. Altogether right there, probably 150, maybe.
I saw a sheriff look at someone stealing and kept driving.
Yeah, sheriffs out here, the law enforcement don't really give a shit. It seems like they're scared. They're scared of everybody out here.
If caught, what's the
Damn,
penalty?
that's crazy though. Why the sheriff didn't stop and, you know what I'm saying, chase these youngins?
Fighting a big case for sure. It's
I mean, they might shoot at
So it's
your
very
ass
spur of
too
the
though.
moment. It went from nothing's gonna go down tonight to
But
2
you
minute
got,
notice.
you
just
wanted to be a
happened.
cop,
Yes,
didn't
and
you?
that's how it goes.
That's what you wanted to do, nigga.
Whenever you get the call, you
Gotta be a boss. Cost to be the boss. No, for real.
90% of it, to be honest with you.
Talking to this guy got me wondering how many stolen goods are floating around on places like Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp. I mean, how many supplies like laptops
Shit.
and calculators without
Where is
realizing
this?
that we too
I
are
need that
participating
website.
in the
You know what I
underground
mean?
economy. One of the train robbers told me
I
like this
need it.
straight up. If it's a brand new item listed at 50% of retail or less, or an item missing its
Getting
original
off.
packaging, chances are it's stolen. It made me wonder what percent of goods on a site like Facebook Marketplace are lifted items. One day, when I interview Mark Zuckerberg, I will ask him for his take on this. But for now, it's wild to think that any one of us can have
He's about to
something at our
interview
home
Mark?
that we use on a daily
Ain't no
basis
way.
that was stolen in a train heist. Would you consider yourself to be an entrepreneur?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
What's your next move?
Get rid of the boxes, honestly, and then start pricing stuff out.
Have you ever been close to getting caught?
Yeah, we had somebody, where it was stopped. They were on the other side of the fence, I think, got some property or something, and they said they were calling the cops, and we hear it all the time, so we push on for a little bit, and this time the cops, they showed up pretty fast, and so they show up, and we all just dip down. You got to get low and just gone, dude.
Last night, a train
So you
robber
gotta get low,
approached
you
us
gotta
in an
hit
off-camera
feet, Slim.
meeting and told
You
us
gotta
about
get on
his
that 40
operation.
hour
He had
dash.
stash
You heard me?
houses, getaway drivers, mountains, trying to
They
see
ain't
it
getting
from
up with me.
It's Bakersfield. We're gonna see if we can link up with the guys that are gonna hit this train.
I ain't gonna lie,
This is some
Tommy. You
modern-day
look
rodeo
closer
shit.
than 21 feet.
And at
So,
nightfall,
let me
we
stop.
returned to the towns
Nah,
of
you look about
Bakersfield and
22 feet
Oildale
there,
to see
buddy.
yet another
Look
train
about
robbery.
22
But
feet
first,
there,
we had
buddy.
to talk to the locals and see what they thought about
He
it.
said,
Are you aware that most nights when the train stops, people just descend on the trains and just take everything they can out of it?
I know that happens, but I don't know if it happens near here.
And I don't know if you saw the boxes that are on the side of the road,
No, I haven't seen him.
but what do you think about that?
I think it's horrible. They're going to catch somebody robbing a train.
Now, here's something that's gonna blow your mind. We saw it last night. A sheriff drove right by as a guy was opening up the train and taking boxes, and he just kept driving by.
yeah.
Wow.
What do you think
That's
about
kind
that?
of crazy. That's
Maybe he
mind
didn't
blowing
see
to
it?
me.
I mean, how could
Because
you
I
not
was
see
seeing
it?
I mean, we get people come in here all the time who steal, and they just walk up, grab and walk out. Not even care.
There's a bunch of criminals here. There is.
There's
especially in
criminals
Oildale.
everywhere.
There are. Yeah, you have to be very careful.
There's criminals
Are you
everywhere you
aware
go,
that
though.
the trains get hit regularly?
Yeah, I heard all about that, yeah.
What do you think about it?
I think it's a bunch of bull. Yeah, that's not even right. They should have more security on those trains than what they do. Yeah, I don't understand it.
I don't get too mad at the robbing the trains, though, y'all. Like,
without anybody
I
noticing.
don't get too mad at it. I don't think it's the
This
best
is
thing for
romance
these
right here,
youngins
sir.
to
What
be
did you just do?
doing,
You
but
handed her what?
at the same time,
Potato chips?
Congratulations.
at the same time, though,
All
like,
right, guys, stay safe. Have a good night.
I don't even feel bad about niggas robbing little stores and shit like that, unless it's like a little mom and pop gas station or like not even a gas station, but like a little mom and pop store. Then yeah, don't steal from those. But if you stealing from Walmart, it's like fuck Walmart.
Is 100% around the.
I don't condone the stealing at all, though. Like, you know what I'm saying, man? Don't steal from your friends, family, loved ones. Don't. That shit not cool, y'all. You could die. You could really die over that robbery.
So here
shit,
we go.
son.
Here's some of
These
the
dudes could
fragments
die.
of what
Police
remains
could
from
pull up
last
on them
night.
and say, "Hey,
They
free."
obviously cleared it out. They have
Scary
some sort of
police could
system.
shoot them while they
Whole
running
Foods,
away.
Amazon returns. So yeah, Amazon lost out last night. So now our job for the rest of the night is one, talk to the guys that have their hands in this and get more of the story from them. 2, see if there's another mission, which chances are there will be. It just is, will we be in the right place at the right time when it goes down? This is one of the harder ones to make money in. So we're going to a spot that is involved in the package smuggling, and the local's going to tell us about it.
Package smuggling?
What are we looking at here?
I guess that's what they call it.
The fence is ripped open on it, obviously.
So they go through here, another hole, tracks.
You see where the train's at right there.
So this is a popular place in the city where the train gets hit.
This whole road, there's like 10 sets of tracks that run across there. That's probably, where that train is right there is probably the 2nd or 3rd row of tracks.
Damn.
Why do you think this doesn't get fixed?
Because it's
they own it,
the train.
They spanking all 3 of the trains on the 3 tracks.
They come in yellow totes, and a lot of the stuff it comes in, like those trains right there, they're just stacked with yellow totes of, like, I would say, like all kinds of shit, 99-cent store type stuff.
So how many main spots throughout the city would you say get hit?
Anywhere along the tracks, really.
The last spot we were at, helicopter.
They hit the whole train, y'all. Like boxes everywhere. Like the crazy thing to me is like, how are the boxes near the train tracks? How are like the open box? Like, are they opening the boxes right at the trains? Like they just don't give a fuck. They just open that shit right in front of where they robbed it from.
Because the guys know that
at least other motherfuckers take it home before they open the shit up.
So they can see them even if they don't have the light on.
Jesus.
So that helps. You gotta like penalize these people for this shit. You gotta like actually go to jail and instead of breaking and stealing shit and going to jail and getting let out the next day. And then they just let them stack up their cases and they keep getting busted, and then eventually, yeah, they throw them in jail, but they don't do long enough and people aren't gonna learn and nobody wants to work. They want everything easy. It's all fun and games until it happens to you, right?
So just another example of sloppy thieving. People want to have sympathy, and I get it. Like if someone's down on their luck and they fall back on rent, that's one thing. But when you just want to turn the entire city into your own trash can, that's where I draw the line.
Nah, the littering is kind of crazy.
In your life?
Well, my motto is
at least take that shit back to the house.
Since that's when I was born.
To get into some of these things, like did it come from economic struggle where like, hey, I gotta
be like 1989.
Or like, how did you
do all the shit at that point?
Do some of the smarter stuff, do a lot of dumb shit, and I guess I kind of fell on that same path.
So is it more the thrill?
He probably a 99 baby though, if we being honest.
A little bit of both.
We got connected
he gotta
to a
be
local
over 95,
baby.
baby.
He was gonna be going on a
he
train
gotta
job
be
later
under
that
30.
night. So
if
I
he
asked him
doing
about
this
how
shit,
he evades law
still
enforcement
gotta
and how
be
he
in his
prepares
20s
for
for
mission.
sure.
Here's what he said.
You just got
nigga doing this shit in his 30s. Ridiculous.
And what'd you get hit
but I mean, if you being real though, them niggas might be hitting 100 a day. 100 a day times 30, that might be 30.
So how often you do the train business?
Wait, hold on. I'm tripping. 100 a day times 30, that ain't nothing. But he might be hitting, if he go 30 days straight, and he can get a lick for 300 a day, he might make 9 bands a month. That's good money, y'all. Great money.
Letting down the next to the train, so when the train stops, they're driving up and down it the whole time as it stops, patrolling it. So, and I mean, you can go further from railroad tracks, skip to the tracks, or the little C trains that you've got, of course. But
what do you got?
That's the scanner.
Do you actually use that?
Yeah, it's the best way to have it. But just me, I won't get caught with it. I'm gonna toss it out before they catch up to me.
It's just amazing what drugs will make someone do, and it just feels, I don't want to say like a waste, but like all this stolen stuff is just going to a cycle that gets deeper and deeper. Like it's not like, oh, if I hit enough trains, then I'll be able to move on to something else. It just
it
doesn't have the same glamour as the outlaw cowboys back in the day hitting trains. This will be our last night out in the trains. We'll see.
Yeah, it's not as glamorous. You know what I mean? It's not as cool as sticking up the actual conductor.
There's guys just going through boxes,
stopping this shit
again,
dead in the tracks in the middle of the fucking country.
That's a sheriff right there.
In the middle of the plains.
I don't know how obvious that is from the road. Seen pretty heavy police activity through here, and right in the back there's a crew going through fresh boxes. So I don't know if there's another train coming or if we just kind of missed it and we're seeing the aftermath. But either way, it's kind of like piranhas on a fresh piece of meat. So you guys enjoy it? Is it a good haul?
Right there. I don't know what they're taking.
These yellow bags are
So they
from the
just
train?
pull out the yellow totes.
You were the guy we saw 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
Did you get hurt? Because the train like lurched.
No, I always jump off like that, man.
We've seen like 2 or 3 sheriffs drive by. They just don't give a shit, do they?
The minute, if it would have been like a bunch of fucking, they would have probably called me up,
You may hear me mention a few
Yeah,
times
they not
expressing
caring
shock
like
that the
that at
sheriffs
all.
did nothing but just drove by. But there may be an explanation for this. One of the train robbers told me that because the tracks are federal jurisdiction, the local PD has a tough time building cases that stick on these guys. Not sure if that is all true, but more on that later. I have an arrest story coming for you guys in just a couple minutes.
Okay. Just like when you go on a high-speed chase, you know what I'm saying, and you don't necessarily endanger nobody, or you know what I'm saying, you don't break another law or whatever. Sometimes when you, or like you break a law in one state and you go to the next state, you know what I'm saying, that those police can't come over to the next state and get you. I don't know. I feel like that's fake, but at the same time, a lot of people have said that before. I know y'all have heard that. You know what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments if you heard that before.
You know what I mean? That's where I'm from. Trying to get $1 out of 15 cents. Yeah, that's it, man. We just trying to eat. Pick me up, right here by the bridge. I already got everything packed up, ready to go. Yeah, that's the ride, man. You gotta get the ride ready to go so you can get up out of here. Just gonna make this money now, man. Probably won't happen till the morning, but shit, it's gonna happen. And we eat instead for dinner.
What got you into this business?
My boy right there. My boy, he a beast at this, but my buddy out there in the mountain, he got rolled up off by Pinkerton. They arrested him, they impounded his truck and everything.
So Pinkerton's really serious.
Oh yeah, Pinkerton is the ones that they'll get you. Pinkerton is the one that the OGs.
What a Pinkerton.
Let's bring you up to speed on the infamous
I
Pinkerton
heard-
Detective
yeah, I'm about to say, I
Agency.
heard that
This
name.
170-year-old firm has been cracking down on criminal plots since the 1850s. Their claims to fame include foiling
Pinkertons,
an early
yeah. Oh God, they was in that Red Dead Redemption, bruh. I swear to God, they was fighting the
attempt on Abraham
Pinkertons.
Lincoln, making outlaw Butch Cassidy and his guys
Wait,
the
what-
earliest
what-
cracking
what
down
happened
on
with
criminal
Abe?
plots since the 1850s. Their claims to fame include foiling an early assassination attempt on Abraham Lincoln, making outlaw
Okay.
Butch Cassidy and his guys flee to South America to avoid being caught by them, and that in the 1890s, with over 32,000 guys on staff, they boasted more manpower than the entire U.S. Army.
So what kind of job satisfaction?
Damn, they was on it like that. They was on some real militia tip.
You're caught in a cycle?
Now, yeah.
I'm about to see what the Pinkertons talking about now.
You really can't stop him, you know what I mean? You can make a good payday, you can make a real good payday. But, I mean, unless you're willing to shut down shop and stop doing what you're doing, then it's gonna keep going, be a cycle, keep on going. People are gonna hear about it, you're gonna get more people out here. But I mean, you tend to weed out the people
It's a
that
Swedish security
afford
company.
people that aren't. You know what I mean? Like, it's a waiting game. It's a hit and a miss. You never know when you're gonna hit. But when you do hit, you can hit pretty fast and you're good. You keep going.
What can you stand to make it?
They said they call them the open eye. They never sleep.
25K, maybe as low as a fucking couple $100. It just all depends on what you find.
Was there an event?
Wow.
Like a financial stressor that said?
They said the Pinkertons will really get up on you. I don't know how they arrest you.
Severed her C4 all the way down to C7. She was paralyzed, she couldn't walk. I
Damn.
lost my job. I had to take her to the doctors. And all her doctor's visits, we had to teach her how to walk again.
What kind of job were you working before?
Oh, I had a great job. I was working agriculture. I had a company truck. I was making about $75K a year.
He stopped.
You quit that to do this? Because you make more doing this.
Now I built a record for myself. I put in a record, so it's going to be a little bit harder to find a good job with. And I mean, once you get into it, it's it. You know what I mean? It's kind of, that's why I tell people that do it or want to try to do it, it's just remain smart, don't get caught.
There's a lot
Don't get caught, y'all. I'm telling you, don't get them felonies. Don't get them misdemeanors. You don't want those.
And they don't have
It's hard to get a job with misdemeanors, man. Not even with misdemeanors, but felonies for sure. It's hard to get jobs. You might be alright with a misdemeanor, but that felony will kill you. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Sitting down with some big boys. I don't know if you noticed, there was a plane flying around for the past 7 nights. I've been watching it. It comes to the routine.
Felony, spank your ass.
Around and circles around and
Nigga, he gave up a $75,000 a year
Sure
with a
enough, this
company
guy
car
here, who I'll call C, got
to do
arrested
this. I'm
exactly in the
telling you
manner
that.
that he described. He
What's
recently
9
got out
racks
of
a
jail and
month?
called me to tell me that the same week we had met him,
If
he
you can
completed
make
a train mission and
200
went to a
flat a
safe
day
house
for
where he was
30
then
days
tracked down
straight,
by a police helicopter and swarmed by
or
12
let's
sheriff's
say you
vehicles.
say
He was arrested at
$200 a
gunpoint,
day
brought to jail, and was
for
told that he was
25
facing
days
3
straight. Let's
years of
just say you
federal
take
time.
a
However,
day
he
off
said
a
that due
week.
to what seems to be a
You
technicality
making
of jurisdiction,
5,000 a month.
apparently the
You
local
making
police had to drop his
60,000
case,
untaxed
which, if
money
this is true, would explain why the sheriffs would just drive
at the
past and
very
ignore the
minimum
train thieves.
if you
If anyone
hustle
watching
every
this
day.
episode is in law enforcement or is a
It's not
lawyer,
bad.
please tell me if this
60,000
local police
untaxed
not
money
having
is like
jurisdiction holds any water.
80 racks tax money. Maybe more, really. Maybe like 85 racks salary.
I
So
guess
cousin that
crime
Penske.
seems to be indicative of someone being stuck in a cycle, and anytime you're stuck, you're not free. So it's just
Yeah, I think that's the smartest route. Go Penske on their ass. Get a big ass box truck and fill them jumps up just like they the trailers. No, for real, man. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about train robberies. To be honest, because I don't know. I don't think it's the worst. You know what I'm saying? Illegal thing to do. It don't seem like it's very lucrative though. It doesn't seem like wow. I'm about to. You know, some days you might hit a rock. Some days you might hit 100. Like. Depends how many times you do. If you do it twice a day and your minimum is $100, then you making money. Because most likely, if your minimum $100, you probably make, if you hit 2 a day, you probably hit something like you probably average 250 to 300 a day. And that's the low ball. You might hit that jump off the first run. But if you do 2-3 runs a day and you make it 300 times 30, you making 9,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? 9 times 12, you making a bag, shorty. Making a bag. Cool little bag, untaxed bag at that. So I don't know, man. Y'all let me know in the comments. Is this something smart to do if you was homeless? Or is this just retarded?